So I was on the internet the other day. I was on Facebook. I was doom scrolling around the social media platform, as I often do. But my doom scrolling, like I often say on these videos, is sometimes productive because it gives me ideas for videos to cover, well, topics for videos to cover for you guys. And I saw a really interesting one pop up, and I wanted to do some more research to see the truth behind this, see if this was actually what it was purporting to be. And that was that there is a humongous stockpile of unsold Tesla cars somewhere in the world that is so large that you can see it from space. Now, there's a lot of asterisks attached to that, but this is actually true, as it turns out, or at least when this information was published, when this picture was taken, that it is real. This is a real image. I'll put it on the screen now for you guys just up here. It is real. It's not AI or anything like that. This actually has happened. And whether it's there or not still, I don't know. For you guys that are in Australia, let me know, because that's where this is. Basically, I mean, there was even a news report. And for Aussies who are watching, you've probably seen the news report on, I think it was Channel 7 Down Under that did the report on this, basically saying that, look, there's this massive amount of Tesla cars, Model Ys and Model Xs and cars like that are just unsold, just sat in Melbourne, in Victoria, which is obviously on the coast, as most major cities in Australia are on the coast. I think everyone is, apart from like Alice Springs. But that's like right in the dead center. And they basically just, Tesla basically imported a load of these cars over from America. And because of competition from likes of BYD in China, and because also at the same time the demand for electric vehicles in Australia is not as high as they forecast, it sounds eerily like what's going on in the UK really now at this point. They thought they'd be getting so many sales, but it's just not worked out for them. And it's even worse, the problem there, because electric cars, for a number of reasons, are not as popular as they are in the UK. Having a bigger distance between cities just makes it unfeasible. If you're wanting to go from Melbourne to Adelaide or something like that, you're going to need several full charges to do that. That's a big old trip. That's longer than the longest trip you can do in the UK, probably, in terms of miles. So electric cars, for a number of reasons, are not as high in demand really in Australia as what the government was hoping. And because of that, Tesla's basically, instead of sending cars over there, and they're already pre-sold, now they're sending cars over there in the hope and expectation, they're praying that they get sold. But as it looks on these pictures, that's not happened. That has not happened. So yeah, this is a huge backlog of Tesla cars. It is hard to say how many's in that picture. I mean, looking at the picture, the first one, I mean, thousands. It's got to be, hasn't it? Those are thousands of vehicles. Now, whether they're all Teslas or not, you can't tell. There's so many there, but I'll take the word of this image for it. And going off the news report as well, that is also what's happening. There's a humongous car park that is just full of brand new, unsold Teslas that nobody wants. At least at the time of recording when this happened, I think this was sometime in the summer when this was first broken. So this story is about 6 months old or so, and it just resurfaced recently on the internet. For whatever reason, the algorithm of Facebook basically decided, you know what, mate, you need to see this today. And it was right, because I've actually made something out of it. But the thing is as well, the scary thing, I mean, this is just going off of what I found on Reddit here. And again, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't know how true this is. It seems legit though. But on the other side of the country, on the other side of the continent, you could say, because Australia is a continent and a country. It's that big. It's bigger than any island around. In Western Australia, in Perth, the only major city really in the whole of Western Australia, they've got the same thing. Now, I will credit this. Who's actually posted this? This is a Clucky Bloke Bird. Sounds like a lovely person. This is around the same sort of time, around June time last year. And they just posted this picture here that I'm just going to put on the screen up there. There we go. For you guys. And it looks massive. It doesn't look like the same one that's in Melbourne on the other side of the country. But again, Tesla importing them into Perth just to sell throughout the western part of that country. Millions of people live in Perth. It's not a small place. But clearly, it's not a big enough place, or at least the demand is not large enough to warrant those cars being sold, because it's not happened. And again, take it with a pinch of salt. It's not the clearest image. I can't find any news reports really, confirming this, but There's nobody in the comments that's saying, "Oh, that's not happening. That's a load of rubbish." But yeah, it's just incredible, really. So yeah, thanks for you over in Perth to share that picture. Like I said, that's from Clucky Blokebird, who's I gotta really watch my words when I say that. But yeah, that person shared that. So yeah, it's a real problem, and we could well see something crazy like this as well happen in the UK, where there's more cars than there is demand. I mean, we've got zero emissions targets like Australia has. So this could easily happen in the UK. It could easily happen in other European countries as well. All in the aim, the desperation of getting net zero. But yeah, guys, Australians, listen. Have you seen this? Are you in Melbourne? Are you in Perth? Have you found this? Is it still there? I want to hear from you guys in the comments below, as always. And of course, keep it subscribed to the motoringchronicle.com to see much more content on the world of motoring, good and bad, just like this. See you soon, guys. Have a good one.